Hello, strangers on the internet. Welcome to my second video. In my first video, I got all of my cringe out, so this should totally be absolutely uncringy. So as you've seen by the title, this is a video about the quizzes I mentioned in my first video. Yeah, I'm a personality quiz maker. Well, I'm not really a personality quiz maker anymore because I'm busy with other projects and stuff now, so I don't really have time to make them anymore. But I've noticed a lot of people have asked me, Stardom the Nightwing, what have you gotten on your own personality quizzes? And how do you make them? So this video is split into two parts. First part, we're going to be exploring these quizzes. Second part, that's where all the secrets and stuff are, where I talk about how I made these quizzes. But, you know, even if you watch this video, I totally recommend you check out these quizzes for yourselves because I'm not going to show every single result, just the ones I get. There are so many cool results on these quizzes and they're so much fun to take, at least according to my fans. So without a further ado, let us look at my first quiz, also known as the first piece of content I ever posted to the internet, which might be pretty cringy. It is as I feared, guys. This first quiz is going to be full of so much freaking cringe. I mean, look at this first image. That is literally the most disgusting thing I think I've ever drawn. To make a smaller Mudwing, I literally just contracted the image size using the transform tool to make it. That's just sad. Well, it turns out this video is going to be full of a lot more cringe than I originally thought. Well, I knew I was signing up for this when I clicked on this quiz though. So this is my first quiz. It is which of the 10 Wings of Fire tribes are you in? Now let us begin. Not to be weird or anything, but what would you say your relationship with your family is? Are you close or distant? Be honest. That's literally been my motto when I made these quizzes because my quizzes were all about honesty. Now, you know, this video might also be a little more personal than I thought I would. But when it comes to family in general, I'd say exceptionally close. All right, I went out to dinner Sunday with them. How similar are you to the crowd? Can you relate to our generation's interests easily? Well, if you are a viewer of me, you probably know, maybe not. Actually, not at all. You know, actually, probably the bottom one. There's a lot of things I wish could get more attention. Have you been in any difficult relationships in your life? Oh, wow. I didn't realize how, personal I freaking made this quiz. Nothing too bad. No, I haven't been in a romantic relationship before. I guess I will confirm that. If you are invited to a birthday party by one of your friends, will you go? If so, what do you do while you're there? Well, I don't like birthday parties. Why did you even ask? I don't like people, and especially parties. I don't like parties. I'm okay with people. What do you like to do for fun? I can't remember the last time I exactly got to do something for myself because I've been working so hard on a lot of stuff. Oh, I put so many freaking options. Wow, this is gonna make people feel like so immersed. Playing video games. When given a challenge like facing your fear, what do you do? You know what, this picture isn't actually as bad. They don't even have shadows though. Why the frick are there so many of these? Okay, I think I found the most liable option. I see challenges as an opportunity to grow and learn new things. Although facing fears are something I can't really do, especially talking to people. I'll try my best. That's literally like my only fear is just talking to people. For some reason, I can't do social interaction whatsoever. I have no idea why. I mean, I also don't like writing fast things and stuff like that, but I think that's a pretty good answer. You were assigned to do a huge project for work/school that is due. Oh my god, that's literally so considerate. I was such a little considerate guy when I made this because I assumed that not just little tiny babies are going to take this. 1 + 1 = 2. No, it equals baby 1, doesn't it? What is your first course of action? Be honest. I hate how the first answer is always like the answer I'm gonna choose. I'll procrastinate because I still have 2 weeks to do it right. I'm smart, so I should be able to get it done then. Yep, definitely sounds exactly like me. Totally not making a New Year's resolution to stop procrastinating or anything. How often are you recognized for success? This could be academics, sports, popular posts on social media, talents, art, etc. I guess I could say I'm recognized all the time because, you know, well, back then I probably wouldn't have said that, but, you know, I guess I'm recognized all the time now. I do have awards. I have a lot of awards. Well, not like, you know, awards, but school stuff. Anyways, do you consider yourself a nice person? Honesty is the best policy. Oh my god. I was such a freaking wise kid when I made this. Why am I so clingy about wanting to know people's private information though? Constantly asking them to be honest about their feelings.
Whoa! Dude, that's creepy.
Oh wow, there's even like famous quotes in here. I'm only nice to people who earn my respect. I mean, to be completely honest, that's actually pretty true. If you're experiencing a problem and oh my god, are you joking me? You know, while reading all of these answer choices, I really realized like why people say this quiz is super accurate. I would use my intelligence to figure out a solution as fast as possible, and if I can't figure out one, I'll get very angry at myself because I'm supposed to be smart. I hate failing. That just sounds exactly like me. There truly is a choice for everyone. When I was making these quizzes, I'll talk all about this stuff later, but I really wanted to consider everyone and made sure there was a choice for everyone, because so many Wings of Fire quizzes I take, they just never have the answer I want to choose. What do you think your worst characteristic is? Perfect. I literally found the perfect example. My anxiety. I have probably one of the worst anxiety problems. I literally just couldn't start recording this video because I got so freaking nervous for absolutely no reason. Anyways, I think my anxiety is my worst characteristic. It is probably my greatest challenge. What do you think your best characteristic is? Determination. Okay, I gotta say, I would say like, yeah, of course I'm extremely smart and everything, but I think perseverance and resilience are my best trait. I won't go into why because it's pretty personal, but a perfect example is that I spent 180 hours animating the character you see right now. And that took a lot of freaking perseverance and resilience to make. For some reason, I've always been the person who just never gives up. I don't know why, maybe because I played a lot of games like that. But yeah, I don't know what I'm actually gonna get. Last time when I took this quiz, I got Nightwing. Let's see what I get this time. Wow, I guess I've changed in the last couple 4 months or 5 months or whatever. Well, this is it. This is what Stardom the Nightwing got on his first Wings of Fire quiz. You finally know. You are a celebratory sandwing. You like to enjoy yourself and have fun. You're educated and aren't very pompous about it. You don't like being left out of things and focus more on fun than anything. It is because of your outgoing mindset that you are able to relax and pick up things quickly. You are friendly and are surprised when others recognize your talents. Work hard, play hard. That last line is actually a quote from my mom because, you know, I come from a hard-working family. I do like to have fun, but I work extremely hard. I don't really get to do much of what I want to do, but I feel like picking up things quickly definitely matches me a lot, and I do get pretty surprised when people recognize me. I tied with 3 freaking results. I'm not going to read every single one. I'm gonna leave that for you guys to check out, because you should totally check out these quizzes. They have so many cool results, as you can see here. There's so many. They're super cool to read. You know, I could read this whole personality description, but for the sake of time, I don't have time. Let's move on to the next quiz. And here we are at quiz number 2. As you see, I kind of stepped up in the art in this one, but not in the question count. I don't really remember making any of this. It feels like I'm taking these for the first time again. So what is the top thing you look for in a person? This could be aspects of their personality, interest, or intelligence type. Wow, intelligence type. I find that very interesting. I really did consider people, even like the weirdest people, like who bases their interest in people off of their intelligence type. Out of all of these, to be honest, I think I've struggled to find people with similar interests in real life. So I'd probably choose that. But on the internet, I've had no problem. But when it comes to real life, that's what this is really talking about. If your friend is a problem, will you help or let someone else do the job? How reliable are you? Bold of you to assume I have friends. I mean, I guess my goal is to make people laugh with these because they're supposed to be fun to take. You know, only if you've been good to me. I've had some pretty toxic friendships in my lifetime, which is kind of concerning. No wonder I have such a weird social anxiety problem. But how brave are you? How willing are you to take on a challenge or try something new? I like this. I'm pretty brave, but I know my standards. There are some things I really don't want to do because I'm not perfect and fearless. I feel like that's generally in between. How much confidence you have in yourself. Oh my god, I'm revealing so much to you guys in this video. I mean, I've been on the internet for a long time, but for the second video on my YouTube channel, I'm like, let's do a deep dive into my freaking personal life. Like, you guys, if you don't know me well enough already, you know me well enough now. How good are you at talking to people? Why? This is literally just like self-esteem eradicated.exe. I have confidence in myself, but not socially. How dedicated are you to school/work? Once again, again, considering the adults, I am extremely freaking dedicated. That's actually pretty true about me. How often do you speak out against things that you see as wrong? Well, I've watched The Owl House, I've watched Amphibia, Steven Universe, all those great shows. I always speak out against things I see as wrong. I always try to right the wrongs of others. Even on the internet, I've noticed when I just see somebody doing something wrong, I'll just tell them, even if it's just like nothing to do with me whatsoever. I don't really care if it's a stranger doing something wrong. It isn't my problem. If one of my friends or family is doing something bad, I'll give them a heads up. That's literally what Tsunami would choose. I don't even need to think twice about that. What are you most respected for? This could be personality traits, skills, awards, etc. I think you guys respect me most for maybe my friendliness or my entertainment value. Probably not my intelligence. I think friendliness in general. I've always been a friendly person on the internet. But what is your goal in life? I don't know what my goal in life is. I mean, I think I want to be famous. Pretty much summons up like my whole brand, basically. I think that I really would just want to help as many people as I can. That's kind of my goal, becoming a content creator. A lot of content creators nowadays aren't really as good as they were back then. We gotta start encouraging good themes within our generation, or we are going to die out. What do you wish you could have or have more of? This could be skills you wish you had, things you wish you could be better at, personality problems you need to improve. These are so freaking personal. Wow, I wish I wasn't so anxious all the time. Yep. How do you deal with change? These are really deep questions. No wonder people say these are accurate. I mean, I'm glad you guys think my quizzes are accurate. I mean, people mainly take these for fun though. I don't know, I like making accurate stuff because I'm just like that. Change reminds me of a certain song from a certain good show. I like this one a lot. When things change, I feel sad because I know that things will never go back to normal. But some things never change, and those are the things I hold close to my heart. I'll try my best to get through life when things change and have my friends and family to back me up. I like that one the best. All right, let's see who I get. Frick, of course. You are the dedicated Nightwing Starflight. Dedicated, not smart. Wow, what a creative word choice. Sure, you are smart, but that is not what defines who you are. Wow, good wordplay. Am I right, guys? All it takes is a dedication to learn and the courage of someone who never gives up to be smart. That is so freaking true. You have struggled in your life and missed more than half of the shots you've thrown. It is those misses that you have bettered upon to gain your knowledge. Never give in, and remember to always keep your conscience close to you. This is very wise. All right, let's see. I'm not even close to like any other results. Like last time I got tied by 3. Well, I guess I'm Starflight, guys. That pretty much sums me up. I have a huge anxiety problem and I'm extremely smart, but I'm not blind. How did I make my quizzes? So this is a very interesting question that a lot of people have been asking me. And past my first quiz, I would say it's pretty difficult, but a lot easier. When it comes to constructing a personality quiz for a bunch of characters, I recommend to always, when it comes to your results, list the personality, appearance, and extra notes. When it came to constructing the appearance and extra notes sections for every single result, I went to the Wings of Fire wiki to get all of these things. And when it comes to the personality, I also used the Wikipedia to see the dragon's personalities generally, comparing them to what I read about, and then to people in my life. I believe that personality is really about personal experience, and it just so happens that I've met a lot of people and studied lots of people's personalities in my life, and that's why mine are a lot more accurate. A lot of the things in these personalities are inspired by famous quotes and philosophies that I think match those characters. When it comes to questions, I definitely recommend to never use the feature where you can add more than one little point to the answer, because that can make it very, very unbalanced. I think that you should always make at least 1 or 2 questions that have a point in each character area. Basically, you should always make one that has just 1 point for a certain character personality. If you put multiple points on a single answer, it's more likely to come out more mixed, and people are going to get results like Clay, Tsunami, and Glory. As you saw when I took my first quiz, I tied with multiple other tribes, and unfortunately, on that specific quiz, it's much harder to prevent stuff like that. Now, speaking of that quiz, my tribe's personality quiz, it was much more difficult to make than all my other quizzes, because it's about stereotypes. Stereotypes are an interesting thing in our world. You take a group of people and you classify them as all being this. Now, I can get really controversial with this, and I don't really want to get into that. But when it comes to Wings of Fire tribes, you cannot stereotype a category of characters to always have a certain trait. Not all Skywings are grumpy. Not all Icewings are noble. Not all Seawings are brave. Not all Nightwings are smart. It's something called nature versus nurture that determines these things. As I mentioned in my first video, I constructed a huge personality chart in Microsoft Excel to track the traits of the Wings of Fire tribes. The closest I can ever get to making a accurate tribe quiz is by taking a list of characters from each tribe and finding which traits are most common within those tribes' characters. It was a very painful process, and it took a lot of time to just get all these things sorted. It really is determined by the character's background that determines their personality, and most Nightwings are raised to be intelligent and jealous. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting thing to study how nurturing changes a group of people. But that's pretty much how I constructed my first quiz with this personality chart. If you're ever looking to make a quiz, if you want it to be accurate, do not base it on a stereotype, because it is an absolute nightmare to study a group of people's personality traits to try and assume that all people from this group share this trait. So that's how I made my first quiz and all my other quizzes. How did I get inspired to make my quizzes? I personally think that this is the most interesting thing in this video, because if I never got inspired to make these quizzes, I would not be where I am right now. So, you know, it starts all the way back then. I used to take these quizzes all the time, but one thing that always concerned me was their accuracy. They were not accurate whatsoever. You know, I would always freaking get Nightwing on every single quiz just because my favorite color was black or purple. You know, it's something I found extremely annoying. So I decided, you know what? I want to go on the internet and show these people who is freaking boss, because I know a lot about personality. My whole life I've been studying people and how they interact, because I find humans very fascinating, just like rose quartz. So, you know, I decided to make my first quiz as accurate as possible. And that's how I got inspired to make my quizzes, was the favorite color questions. Those are not accurate whatsoever. Don't ever make a quiz asking for your favorite thing, unless it's like the character's favorite thing or something. Although I don't really think that says a lot about a character's personality. Now let's talk about how I got inspired to make some of the results of my quizzes. Of course, I pulled a lot of my inspiration from people in my life, but, you know, specific people like my mom have actually said quotes that you can find in the quizzes, like work hard, play hard. And, you know, I've also gotten famous quotes from people like Abraham and the Turkey Sandwich Lincoln, and even people like Rebecca Sugar and Toby Fox. I love personality quizzes. I think they're very intriguing, and my inspiration always comes from the content I absorb. Now, what you've all been waiting for, the secrets. Yes, there are some interesting secrets on these quizzes. Actually, there's only one really huge secret. But, you know, I still find this pretty interesting. You see all these pictures of dragons you have right here. They didn't always used to look like this. I actually had placeholders of these dragons when I first released this quiz. They were not OCs. They were characters like Glory with Glory's color palette, Starflight with Starflight's color palette, Tsunami with Tsunami's color palette. There was even a result for the Sandwing, which was Kablee, who actually had an earring. On here you see there is no earring. There used to be placeholder tribes here, because when I was constructing these tribe bases, I had to base it off of a specific character, and I decided to use those for this quiz and come back and change it later. So that's probably one of the most interesting secrets that original takers might remember. But to be honest, some of these color palettes just, you know, they just don't look really good, but, you know, I'm too lazy to change them. People would probably argue that the old ones are better, but that's the biggest secret. If you've somehow watched this far, I want you to know that no matter what, these quizzes are never really going to be completely accurate, because you can't really get every person's personality traits and completely align those to a fandom-specific character. These quizzes are mainly for fun, and I totally encourage you to check out these quizzes. I'll leave a link to the quizzes I took in the description. Now, obviously, those aren't all the quizzes I've made. I've made about 3 more personality quizzes. And if you want to see me take those 3 personality quizzes in a successor to this video, tell me in the comments or like the video. I had a lot of fun, taking my quizzes again. It's very nostalgic to me because I spent a lot of time on these. And I hope I inspired you to maybe even make your own personality quiz. Now, I'm allowing you to advertise your quiz in the comments section if you want me to take it or something. I would like to see what you guys create. As a final regards to my first video, Velosaurus, if you're watching this video, I would just like to say thank you again, but in words this time. As I said in that same video, it is those kind and sweet words that motivate me to keep going. I'll always keep trying. I will always keep improving. I have so much planned for this channel, and I'm so glad that you're going to be along for the ride, and the rest of you guys too. Now, of course this is the end of the video. I hope you all have a great day, and see ya.